2019, you branched off, you created your own LLC called Illumination Partners, and then you started doing contract work. Why'd you decide to start your own thing and no longer have this one company being your employer anymore? Why'd you break off and start your LLC?
So it was a mutual decision for us to part ways. It was a really interesting time because we had also run into quite a few quality issues for which we were managing them. But for me personally, I was starting to get very stressed with the amount of work. And even when I did have the right support structure, it was very, very, very stressful. It was no more, it wasn't fun anymore. And my boss came to me and we had a conversation and we made a decision for me to mutually separate from the company. And these types of things happen to the best of us. And it was absolutely the best thing that ever happened. And left the company with dignity. I was able to tell my story that I wanted to do something different. And I wasn't sure exactly what that was. And I got to set my own timeline of when I left. And it was a rather nice severance package. So they did it with we did it with the utmost respect, giving me the time and respect to be able to do what I wanted to do next. Now, did I know what I wanted to do next? Not quite, but I knew I didn't want to work for a large corporation anymore because of all the issues. I felt very stifled. I couldn't be creative. I couldn't do things in my own way. My leadership style was appreciated by some, but not all. So I eventually, after months of reflection, said, I think I can do this on my own, but I want to do it for small and medium sized companies, not large companies, and be able to try to find clients that I can serve. Now, it has been an uphill battle. It could be a whole nother podcast on how to figure out who do I serve? What problems do I solve? Getting my talking points, and ultimately the podcast, the book, and all of that other stuff. It's hard in the beginning, but what is easy is believing in yourself that I have these skills that I can help other companies with, but do it for the companies I love, not be a permanent employee, help them during a particular time or a crisis, and move on or be a trusted partner. I wanted to do that work versus being tied to a company and losing my identity. I regained my identity by going out on my own.
So yeah, and you started doing all these different contract roles and
Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.